get too close, you'll ruin your eyes.
Welcome back to Dark Corner's Physical Media Reviews.
You don't know what death is.
This week we're looking at another Blu-ray release from Australian boutique label ViaVision. This time it's Halloween's 2 and 3, the extremely direct sequel and the really not. Both of which are also streaming on one service or another, just in case you thought we completely abandoned our mandate, but then you wouldn't get the extras, to which we will come collectible boxes or photo cards. I don't personally think there was ever a necessity for a sequel to Halloween, but the ending does, I suppose, kind of invite one. And it's interesting to note how many people came back for the sequel, most notably Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasence, even if John Carpenter himself stepped back into a writing and production role, leaving direction to debutant Rick Rosenthal. On the minus side, perhaps inevitably given the nature of the slasher, this does feel like a bloodier retread of the first film. With a disappointing scarcity of Jamie Lee Curtis. The best thing about it is its immediacy. This is all happening almost in real time, which it kind of has to, because if it doesn't happen tonight, it's no longer Halloween.
All this Michael Myers crap.
The first film had a day, this has a matter of hours, and that serves it well, even if comparisons with the first film are inevitable. Whereas with Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, comparisons are almost impossible. For those who don't know, producers Deborah Hill and John Carpenter were unenthused by the prospect of another Michael Myers movie and planned to turn the franchise into a Twilight Zone-style anthology, with each entry a completely different story, all taking place on Halloween. For the record, I think this is a great idea, and I wish more franchises took a creative approach, and they got Nigel Neal of Quatermass fame to script what is a very Nigel Neal concept.
It's 6 o'clock. Curfew. Curfew.
Although Neal asked for his name to be removed from the finished film after rewrites turned it into a more commercial horror.
The immortal classic, followed by the big giveaway at 9.
The result is good in parts, bad in others, and it is frustrating that because of those flaws, or because of the somewhat lackluster direction of Tommy Lee Wallace, or because of a really ill-judged sexual subplot, or just because it wasn't what people were expecting, Halloween 4 returned to Michael Myers and we lost what could have been a much more interesting series. This is of course covered in detail in some really engaging commentary tracks on the Blu-ray and in the documentary Standalone, addressing the contemporary re-evaluation of what was, for a long time, very much the black sheep of the Halloween family.
There you are.
The commentaries for Halloween 2 are a bit dry by comparison. People just seem to have less to say, although all of the commentaries, including that by author Duncan McNeil, exclusive to this release, take the time to point out that not a lot of people know that this was Dana Carvey's first film.
You know who this kid is here in the plaid shirt? It's Dana Carvey.
Is it really? Now you'll see somebody that everybody knows now. His name is Dana Carvey. That's him right there.
Oh my God.
Dana Carvey would, of course, go on to star opposite a different Mike Myers on Saturday Night Live.
Although I didn't know, so what am I complaining about? The making of documentary is solid, with an overall theme of, really, not many people wanted to do this, but it worked out all right, didn't it? But the most interesting extra for fans is the upscaled TV cut exclusive to this release, featuring deleted scenes and an alternative ending. Despite their titles, these are extremely different films. What they have in common is that both are flawed rather than bad. Neither is as good as the original, but both are enjoyable.
Get away from him! He stopped breathing! No!
Thanks for watching. These films represent two possible futures for the Halloween franchise. We got the one we got. Any regrets or thoughts on the ongoing franchise? Let us know in the comments below.